Hello, Virgo. We're going to get started right away with your intuitive reading for this week. This video is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So we're going to get started with kind of where you are, what's going on in your situation, and we're going to look at the soul communication aspect as well, what your soul is trying to teach you through your experience. An interesting three cards so far. We've got Ace of Cups, Mother of Swords and Queen of Swords opposing, and then the Daughter of Feathers on the other side. So we have this complete energy of joy, excitement, and new beginning, Ace of Cups here. Something that really fills you with lightness, a new adventure perhaps, something that really has you just so excited. And there's almost a childlike energy with this Ace of Cups. It may be a feeling of being in love, of just exhilaration, just something that's really buoying you up. On the other hand, though, we have this Mother of Arrows, and I feel like this is a part of you, Virgo, that's looking at this pure emotional joy in almost a cautious, critical way. Like, wait a minute, what's really going on here? The Mother of Arrows is interesting in this deck. She's connected with the swords vibration or the swords energy, but at this point I see this energy actually kind of blocking you from where you need to go. So she's perhaps too cautious, too protective, too worried about what's in front of her. She has good intentions, and her intentions are to serve those around her, but right now I feel like this card is wanting to flow into this one. You see how nicely they kind of go together, whereas this one is blocking it. There's a coldness here, a starkness, a feeling that of just kind of like things aren't comfortable in this card here. Going to the Daughter of Feathers is about needing to really trust what's in front of you and trust in that trust in the way that you can contribute to something bigger. Okay, this is kind of an altruistic card, the card of a helper. So there may be an energy that's trying to help you in all of this, but ultimately this helper wants to get this joy flowing forward. It wants to help you materialize this energy of, yes, this is great, I want this. It wants to help you materialize this into something real. It's a really beautiful story with this particular card in this deck. This bird has a little piece of corn in its mouth, and what it was doing was helping, I believe it was the Zuni people, by bringing them all of this corn that they could then plant. And then they would have crops to grow and things to eat, and they could make things out of the corn husks, etc. But she did it one kernel at a time. She was so dedicated that she did one kernel at a time. And it may feel like there's a lot of pieces that have to be put together, but this helper is there the whole time. This helper energy is there for you the whole time. And she's not going to stop, or it's not going to stop until all the kernels of corn are put together. So what's happening is that this energy of caution, this energy of kind of like, I need to hang on a sec, it's actually preventing the flow from going forward. It's preventing things from coming together. Okay, these two energies, the desire and the help, are disconnected by that mind that's saying, but no, we can't quite do this. We can't, there's too many things that we have to be careful of everything. So let me get the soul message for what's going on here. What is your soul trying to teach you? Okay, another three. Power of threes today. Father of Arrows, so the mate to the Mother of Swords, the Star, and the Magician. Wow, okay, this is big healing time. The manifestation of healing, the manifestation of reconciliation. So we've got the Father of Arrows, which is the mate to the Mother of Arrows. These two cards are different manifestations of that mature swords energy. But what we have here is a chance to let go of that overly critical mind that is so fear-oriented. When a mind is very fear-oriented, it becomes very selfish because it's concerned with its own survival. And that's the energy we see in this Father of Swords, is that he's very self-interested, self-contained, self-oriented. He doesn't think about others. He doesn't think about how what he says or does can affect others. And so this is a chance to move from that energy of worry, because worry and concern are really selfish. Even if they're about other people, it's really about the self at the end of the day and how the self would suffer if certain things happened. So it's a chance to drop that self-interest and come into the healing flow of the Star card. And this is card number 8, which is such an important number in general. It's really interesting because we have the Ace of Cups in your first set of cards, and we've got another 1 over here. So the 8 is allowing you to regenerate. 8 is a power number that's about the generation of energy. So this is allowing you to regenerate through a state of flow, through a state to coming home into yourself, away from the fear, more aligned with your heart. Do you see all the flow energy of water going on? We've got the water pouring here. We've got her pouring the water here. She's also pouring it onto the ground, which is the healing of the self. So you have this chance to leave this all away, to step away from that worrying, self-interested behavior into something that's a lot more flowing and healing. And then what we have on the other side, the intellectual magician, saying you can have anything you want if you stay connected to this flow. See how we've got more flow going on? These 2 water streams go into these 2 water streams at the bottom of the card. And this card is about reconnecting you with that flow. This one is about using that flow to help you manifest, to help you write your destiny and to bring into fruition that which you're trying to do. So I think this is really fascinating from an artwork perspective. We've got these dawn colors going on here, and then we've got the water encapsulated down here. So the Magician card really brings everything together for you. And not only does it bring everything together for you, it puts you in the driver's seat, because we have these 2 facing off. And the Magician is saying, I am so much more powerful. Look, I've got my peacock feather. I've got everything at my disposal. The water, the flow, the earth, the materialization of what you're looking for, the fire, the inspiration, and the air, the clear vision. I've got all of those at my disposal, but this guy is one-dimensional. He's only got his thoughts. He's only got his self-interested thoughts and self-interested outlook. So the message here is you could be so much more powerful. The power of the 8. You could be so much more powerful if you allow yourself to incorporate flow and trust and love in this whole process. Okay, I'm going to switch to an oracle. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the reading, I will be doing an extended to pull some more information for you on this spread and anything that comes through. You can find a link in the description below. But let's get an oracle card for you. Okay, we've actually got 2, honeybee and jaguar. Interesting combination here. Honeybee talks about the importance of communication and how one thing that one person does affects many other people. I'm kind of seeing the inside of a beehive right now, and one bee doing the little bee dance to tell the other bees where the flowers are. But there's something about his doing the dance and the vibrations affecting the floor of that beehive so that everyone tends to hear what he's saying. So what one person is doing is actually affecting others. And that's why we have this purification message of the jaguar. Release all of this worry, release all of this self-interested anxiety, release all of that, because the way you're connected to others, they're getting affected by this too. So this is about self-purification and by extension, the purification of all of your relationships around you. Okay, Virgo, thanks so much for joining me here. If you'd like more information, please join me on the extended and I'll see you over there.